What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You are locked in to season 1 of the Doing the Major podcast. We got so many great producers, songwriters, and artists in season 1 as we talk about music. We're going to learn how to live with purpose, live with intention, and how to live to inspire, all while having great conversations around music. So if that's you, smash the subscribe button and support your boy. Let's go! I was in Bible college and God just spoke to me. And I woke up Saturday morning, it was 2011, and I just heard DIM in my spirit. You know, just DIM came to me and I'm just like, DIM? And then right after was like, discipleship is mandatory, you know? And when I got the vision, when I got the word, it was just like, I felt like it was going to be like a coin, you know? A coin has heads, it has tails. So I felt like DIM was a coin and one side was going to be discipleship is mandatory. And I couldn't figure out what the other side would have been until 2020, where I'm in my living room and I finally got the other side of DIM. Discipleship is mandatory is one side, and then doing a major is another side.
Amen. Thank God for that revelation, man.
Thank God for doing a major, bro.
Yeah.
It was so crazy because I was just like, doing a major. I honestly didn't think that it would have been a vibe. I honestly did. I felt like it was too simple. Like, you know, doing a major. Will people really run with that? And I meditated on it, got inspired with Colossians 3:23, and God was just like, this is what I want this message to be. I want this brand to be. And Colossians 3:23 says, whatever you do it unto God and not unto man. And I feel like whatever you do for God is something major.
Exactly. For me, when I was coming up at university, and that was a season when I really rededicated my life to God.
Yeah.
And really started to take God like really serious. And I'm saying like, okay, how can I serve the kingdom? God has blessed each and one of us with gifts and talents and different things. And, you know, sometimes we just put them on the shelf and don't feel like we have anything to offer to society, you know, and that's what doing a major mean for me. Like whatever you have, use it to honor God, you know. And it got some people in the Bible that played critical roles, but it was a simple role.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
It was simple, but still critical.
Yeah. And that's what doing a major is. Like, imagine something so simple. Like, for example, the lady with the alabaster box. She broke the box and she washed Jesus' feet. And but Jesus said that wherever the story is told of his crucifixion, you will always mention
she would always be known.
It was so simple.
To this day, bro.
Yeah. And so I feel like that's what doing a major represents. Like the simplest thing is great for the kingdom. That's why in one of my songs that we did, Pull Up, when they said I'm famous in heaven, like, that's what doing a major represent, man. Like you may not be famous on earth, but you're definitely famous in heaven. So
but that's awesome, man. And for me, it's like over time, I felt like God just started to reveal more and more to me. And I came up with a slogan, and the slogan was live with purpose, live with intention, and live to inspire. You know, do it major.
That's dope.
You know, I feel like a lot of people have no idea what their purpose is. And because they don't know what their purpose is, they don't live with purpose. So they just go with the wind. They follow every trend. You know, they're easily influenced by their peers. They want to fit in because they lack purpose. And I don't know if like, for example, if a young man were to come to you right now, bro, and say, bro, I don't know what's my purpose. Like, what would you say? What do you have on purpose? Like, what is your take on purpose?
The thing is, I think for God to use you, you have to be humble.
Yeah.
And once you start to humble yourself, you'll be amazed what God could do with your life.
Right.
And I think, you know, the Bible gives us so much instances where God just use what you have the 2 fish and 5 loaves.
Yeah.
When the prophet Elijah asked the lady what she has in her
In
house,
her house, yeah.
and all she had was oil.
Yeah.
And God worked a miracle with
Right.
that oil, and she was able to pay off her son debt. So once you humble, then God could show you what you actually have.
Yeah.
God could open doors and give you that revelation. This is your talent. This is your ability. I want you to serve in this area.
Right.
But you gotta be humble.
Yeah.
And once you be humble, I feel like God is gonna just put the right people in your path. Because when I think about doing the major and how we got to this point, man, God opened doors. We got the right people who mix our music. We got the right people to do the visual. We got the right people to just help us go to that next level.
Yeah.
And you gotta say that's God.
It's God.
That's
It
God
is
writing
God,
the
bro.
chapters.
It is God, bro.
So we start out rapping in the clothes closet.
Yeah.
We going and go to these academy. So it's God. So as long as you humble, God will send the right people to help you.
Pretty much just like staying in your lane, like doing you, trying to honor God and everything. Yeah. When you mention that, to me, I see an imagery of a search to humble yourself enough to actually like open yourself to receive from God. Like, God, I am humbling myself because I am in need of purpose. Like, I want to know what's your plans for my life.
Right.
So when you talk about being humble, that's what comes to my mind.
Right.
Like somebody just taking it slow.
Pause,
taking a pause, taking it slow. Like, God, speak to me. Tell me what's my purpose.
Right.
So a lot of people, man, they feel like they have it all together. And they run around here trying to do stuff, and really it's their own dreams, their own aspirations, their own goals, and some of those things are short-lived, and they really never take the time to pause and say, listen, I want God to really intervene in my life. I want God to show me the plan, like give me the game plan. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like in the context of church only. For family, for business, for life, like I want God to show me the game plan. So I'm with you 100%, man. Just in my mind, that's what I see when you say, in order to pursue purpose or even be aware of your purpose, like it starts with humility.
Yeah, you got to be humble. You got to be humble, because when you humble, the Bible talks about God resisting the proud. And once you get to that state of humility, God loves that.
Yeah.
And then that's when God could bless you.
Yeah.
And then that's when God could do his thing. But if you're proud and arrogant, God can't work with that.
Yeah. God can't work with that. He can't work with it.
No, not at all. So there's a lot of things I learned, when I started doing music, I was super excited, and stuff for like business and other things like that. Super excited. And sometimes you watch your plans don't do well.
Yeah.
And not be successful. But then when you realize that you failed trying it your way, and then you say, okay, God, I tried it my way.
Yeah.
Let me trust you. Let's see what you're gonna do.
Yeah. And
then you realize like how God could really use you, and God's way is not your way.
Right.
For example, sometimes I'm doing music and like, it's not the best feedback that I want sometimes, but then I meet people and it was like, I heard your song, I see what you're doing, I support you, and I never expected that.
Yeah.
So you don't even know who's watching, you don't know the impact that you're leaving. But you gotta trust God that, he's using you, and you're obeying his will.
Right.
And once you do that, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Pleasing God and leaving it as that. You know what I mean? So,
That's dope. That's dope, man. So live with purpose. I feel like a lot of young men, a lot of young women, they're just going with the wind and they have no clear direction of what they would like to do with their lives.